Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel where I show you Russia from the inside. An important day this week is International Women's Day. And in today's videos, I'm going to tell you about a feminism in Soviet period and a Russian feminism nowadays. Let's get started. The origins of feminism in Russia go back to the middle of the 19th century. The women's movement demanded that the government would give women the right to get education, which they successfully managed to do. Later, the question of the right to vote rose. After the revolution of 1917, the women's movement insisted on having the right to vote, and all their requirements were fulfilled. Soon after, Russia became one of the first countries in the world giving women the right to vote. During the Soviet period, some changes happened too. The government made abortions legal, as well as simplified the process of getting divorced and having out-of-marriage children. All this was possible due to the fact that the pioneers of the movement established profound relations with bright revolutionaries. Trotsky, Kuybyshev, Sverdlov supported the movement. No matter the fact that in the beginning the women's movement and the Soviet government were walking along, soon after they clashed over the role of a woman in Soviet Russia. Then, all the feminist organizations in Russia were called bourgeois and closed. The government pursued the ideas of the feminism of Karl Marx, where a woman would be detached from a man financially and politically. Free kindergartens, places for breastfeeding at the factories appeared. Sexual liberalization and the weakening of marriage and family institutions came too. However, in the 1930s, the government went back to the traditional model of the society. Abortions were illegal again, sexual behavior was regulated as well. Feminism was seen again in Russia only in 1960 under the government of Khrushchev, when the independent women's movement started in Leningrad. They were publishing a clandestine magazine, Woman and Russia. It was about a problem of relationship between men and women, abortion, harassment, unequal engagement of fathers and mothers in the child's upbringing, and the role of a woman in prison. The participants of the magazine were called dissidents and were followed by KGB. Of course, all of their magazines were banned. What was interesting, none of them said that they were feminists. However, they cooperated with Western feminists. But due to the cultural differences, they didn't get on well. The collapse of the USSR changed Russian women's life dramatically. Due to the economic crisis, women were first excluded from the labor market and became financially dependent on their husbands. The problem of domestic violence wasn't new to come. However, it got worse because of the instability. Crisis engendered new activist movements and the appearance of new crisis centers, where women could get help and support. Troubled government can't support these organizations, so the help comes from the Western United Nations organizations, the first who helped to fight the Soviet idea of domestic violence and alcoholism. Western feminist idea wasn't supported by Russian people. The word feminist was considered as a Western integration and had nothing in common with Russian ideology. Nowadays, nothing has dramatically changed. Domestic violence is still a hot topic. It is said to be a private issue, so the government and the police can't interfere. In 2017, they changed a part of the criminal rule decriminalizing not repetitive and constant domestic violence. The idea of a traditional family with alcoholism and domestic violence is common in Russia, and now the promotion of childbirth and demographic growth is so strong that they are ready to spend so much money on it. As you can see, feminism in Russia has had its ups and downs in history. If you want me to tell you more about feminism in Russia and how women live in Russia, leave a comment down below, like this video, and follow my channel for more interesting and fascinating videos about Russian world and culture and how we survive here. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.